Hello.
Has it been a week already?
Hey there.
Wow.
Sorry for the wait.
Sorry about the missed week. It's all Michaela's fault.
It's
So
all my fault. 100% it's like I'm not even lying.
no, you know what's really funny is that like when we plan to record, sorry, I'm just like moving my mic around because I have a cat on my lap and
Because this
doesn't
is
work.
his show,
Yeah.
not ours.
This is
He's
Jack's
like,
show.
I'm the manager here, so
I'm the
I need
supervisor
to
of the
oversee
podcast.
what's
Thank
happening here.
you. Yeah, no, what's really funny about like recording the podcast is that like we'll have a day that we're planning to record on, but Monday through Wednesday flies by.
I know.
And
Yeah.
then Thursday, Friday is just kind of like manic rushing to make sure that you can do nothing on the weekend. You know what I mean? Well, not do nothing, but like start Monday right. You know?
It's also without fail, and it always works out this way, that when someone is like, hey, can you pick up my shifts on Tuesday and Friday? I'm like, yeah, of course. Like months in advance, like whatever. And then it always that week is like insanely busy school time week, or like that happens to fall on exam time week. And I'm like, ah, crap. So then I'm like work nonstop for like 5-6 days. And then I also have to find time to like do my assignments that I still have left. And like, that's what happened this week. So I was like, oh, I had like no time. I was so scheduled to the point, like I had it written down on an iPad every day, and he'd be like, okay, wake up, go to work from 9 until 5, bus to Bianca's house, work from 6 until 7:30 on this, from 7:30 to this time I can have dinner. Like I had it like fully like laid out, because that was the only way to keep myself on schedule.
You were like one of those annoying scheduled people
I know.
that was like, okay,
I hate that, but
I can have a conversation with you,
had
but
to.
like I can't go any longer than 2.5 minutes because I really have to eat this asparagus. Okay?
Anyway, that's time on the podcast.
Gonna run, and you guys are stuck
That
with
was
me
all
for
I
the
had.
next 57 minutes, so buckle up.
Now
It's just me sitting here typing. Oh, that is a cool idea, actually.
I have one more exam tomorrow morning, and then that's
That's it for this semester?
yeah.
You're done your second year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very excited to
That
not have
that
to
is
do it.
wild to me to think that like you're done your second year. Like,
And I can like technically graduate next year.
do it. I dare you.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting dare, actually.
So we'll see.
I dare you to graduate ahead of schedule.
Just depends how much I hate myself.
Fair. Yes. That does
Yeah.
make sense. Okay. So like, how has the assignments been going? Like, how are you dealing with it? Like, are you kind of at wit's end? Are you doing anything to like keep yourself in like a positive headspace? Anything like that? No.
I'm better now that the psychology one is out of the way, but it just
you
happened.
said that was really hard, that test, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. So I stupidly scheduled myself to work the entire weekend, like every single day of the weekend. And then the exam was Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. So you're rushing to get to school. It's also 8 a.m. So like, you don't know if there's going to be traffic, what the TTC is like. Like I didn't know. So I woke up at 6:30, found a car. Like I used one of the commute auto things. It was so nice. Okay.
Oh, 6:30 a.m. Beautiful.
So I left at 7. Like no traffic lights, no cars on the road. No one was even out. Got to school in 15 minutes.
Crazy.
And then I treated myself to a little Starbucks. Grounded myself, because that's what my psychology prof says we have to do. And
how do you
was falling
yourself?
asleep about halfway through the exam.
Falling asleep?
Oh, I was exhausted. I was like, I don't even like. It got to the end. I was like, I don't even know. I'm just like,
You're like tea leaves. I don't know. Just can someone else write this for me? I'm very tired.
Yeah.
What do you do to ground yourself? Like, what is
Just like bring yourself into the space. Kind of just sit with your thoughts.
Okay.
It's kind of like a little meditation. We do it before every class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, don't look at your phone. Just kind of like take a couple minutes, you know?
Yeah. Be in the now. Okay, that's cool.
Especially if you're like rushing off TTC and you're like already kind of nervous with taking a test, like just
Oh, yeah.
having those couple minutes to sit down and
Yeah.
yeah.
So how long did it take you to write the exam?
We had 3 hours. I think I was done in 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if that's normal for a psychology exam, but I feel like for exams in general, roughly 2 hours. Makes
Except for my
sense.
marketing exam that was an hour.
You had an hour to write it?
Yeah. By the time you start it, you're already done. And you're like, I didn't get anywhere on this test.
Wow.
I know. Oh, so annoying.
That's
and that's hard
crazy.
too because it's like formulas and stuff. So if you, like, how many questions were on that test? I think there were 60 or 50. So you have like a minute to do each question. You don't even have time to think through them. And then you're like, what formula do I need to use? Like, you don't have that time to.
Yeah. I think the argument behind that is that they say you should have, I think it's like 90 seconds a question because you should be able to answer, like it should be like impulse type of thing. I know that it was said that like for at-home exams, they cut that 90 seconds down to a minute because you should be able to answer each question without giving you time to like Google it or look through your notes, right? That was a big thing I remember. But wow, that is...
It's fast. It's
Yeah.
stressful.
I do
Because I
not
feel
miss
like I'm
school.
stressing out about the time and not actually about the questions.
Yeah.
So I
just remember
usually
staring
will
at the
start
clock.
with like the math part first because I know that takes me like a little longer to
Yeah.
like do the calculations and
Well, you want to
work
look it
through
over
it,
again
yeah.
and like make sure that you have the numbers in the right spot.
and I can rush through the other multiple choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and what's your
Time
last
management.
exam?
It's marketing tomorrow. Or
Oh.
I guess when this comes out, it was Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I also forgot that it was Thursday today.
I know. That's another thing. I'm so mixed up with days.
I thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We were originally going to record this at like 3 p.m. And then Michala didn't get home until roughly about like 3:30. And then right when she was like walking in the door, I checked my calendar and I had a meeting at 4. I was like, man.
And the bubble tea. I was taking too long to make the drinks.
Okay, let's talk about the bubble tea place, okay?
Yeah.
Because Michala was standing there and she's like, they just took forever to make it, which like I understand that like it might take a little bit of time to like make your drink. But like when I went there the one day and ordered one drink, okay? It was like, I think I stood there for about 10 minutes while they were making my drink. And I was like, I feel like this stuff should just be like ready. You know what I
And
mean?
it kind of is. Like I was watching some of the other ones and they just pour that into a cup.
Yeah.
Like it's already pre-made.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But they move at like a snail's pace. They're like, okay. And then they just kind of like mosey on over. I'm like, chop, chop here, everyone. Come
Yep.
on.
Like-
But it was
You're like,
3
it's
in
a
the afternoon. So they're
delicacy.
like, where do you
It's-
have to go? You're not going to work.
Is that...
I mean, I guess I could.
And you're like, well, I mean, I kind of have things to do. I have better things to do than stand here and watch you make my
to catch
drink.
up on because haven't been watching Netflix.
I was saying to Fernando the other night because we were scrolling through Netflix to look for something to watch, and I was like, I don't remember the last time I even opened Netflix. I do not watch Netflix.
Yeah.
I just feel like they don't have anything.
Yeah.
And the only thing that like everyone's going nutso bananas for is like Love is Blind or like those really garbage TV shows that like I'm sure it's entertaining to watch, but like everything like socials get taken over by that because it's like tune in and check out like what Bradley said post show and blah 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 blah. I'm like, I don't care. Like
I'm holding out for Selling Sunset season 6, 7.
Fernando's pumped about that too.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched Netflix. I said Netflix earlier, but I meant Crave. Netflix is just kind of the umbrella term, you know?
Fair. Ooh, yeah.
Like
it's
Kleenex.
the Kleenex.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But no, I've been hooked on Crave lately. I think it's because they have a lot of HBO stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And HBO is just perfect.
It's the bee's knees,
Yeah.
the cat's meow,
Yeah, it's so good.
I got nothing. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do love me some Crave.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just realized that I'm chewing tapioca, and I hope you're not getting like ASMR out of that.
You're getting like,
Ew.
that was gross. I grossed myself up.
I saw a commercial for the most recent Scream movie. What is it? Scream 6 or
Scream 6, yeah.
yeah. And Ty from Yellow Jackets is on there. But
Yeah.
so this is where my brain went, okay? Because in Yellow Jackets you have a today, like in modern time characters, and then you'd go back in time and you like relive the plane wreck and like the 18 months they spend in the wilderness together, right?
Is that how long it is? 18 months?
I think it's 18 months, yeah.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, that time just like sticks with me whenever I'm thinking about it. Because I'm like, oh, it's winter time. Oh, they're going to have another winter before they get rescued. Like, so I saw this commercial. Oh, sorry. I need to finish the thought. So, Taisha is a senator in modern day times. But she has like this sleep issue where she like sleepwalks and like she eats dirt and like runs through the woods, and she's like they reference her as the other one, right? I can't remember what her girlfriend's name when she's young is, but Van. So Van will say like, oh, you're the other one, and Taisha's alter ego as she's sleepwalking is just like this evil weirdo. Anyways, so young Taisha. So I'm watching a commercial just recently, and it was for this Scream 6, and I see young Taisha on there. And it took me a solid moment to understand that the actor who plays young Taisha was playing a period piece from the 90s and is that age right now. Like that, like they didn't record that in the 90s.
You're like, wait, why isn't she older?
Yeah, I was like,
what's her skincare routine?
Age. Like my skin is great, but hers, wow. Like,
no, anyways. It took me a while to even realize that was her that was in that.
Yeah.
Until I saw Scream 6 in theaters. I was like, wait a second. I know you.
Who's this? So yeah, that was like my little funny, like, do you ever just have like blonde moments where you're like,
all the time.
Why is like that
too often?
Right? Is it offensive to say blonde moment anymore? Can we say that?
Yeah, I think you can.
If we're offending any blondes out there.
I'm a blonde, you're not offending me. I mean, I'm a sad blonde. I need to go get my hair done. I'm getting it done tomorrow.
Okay. You're fake, is what you're saying. You're a fake blonde.
Fake blonde.
Yeah.
Do you want to know my blonde moment?
Always.
So, oh yeah, you were there. Okay. Were you there?
I don't remember.
Yeah, at Heather's when we were playing that game, and Bianca was like, Cisco, and I was like, cookies, and she's like, no, that's Crisco.
I don't think that's a blonde moment. I think that's just funny.
I was like, obviously cookies are in my head.
I mean, but Crisco, it's like it's a shortening brand, is it not?
To make cookies.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nana makes her cookies with Crisco.
I think you're fine. I don't think
I'm
that's
fine.
A blonde
I
moment.
obviously have my priorities straight.
Also, I don't know anybody these days that would know what Cisco is. I don't even know what Cisco is. I just know that it's a 90s thing.
Cisco is a singer.
Yeah, but I don't know any of the
music. That like I knew that. I did not know that at the time. I thought it was Crisco.
Yeah. So yeah. I've always heard of Cisco, and it's always been referenced.
Or Cisco is that other company. Cisco's like a manufacturing company.
Yeah, Cisco cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
they do cleaning?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's cleaning, but it's like uh like industry things. Like I
Yeah.
feel like they also do food, like food delivery.
Yeah,
Cisco?
actually, now
There's-
that I think about it, I'm pretty sure.
Working in restaurants, I always
I'm
remember
pretty sure the
seeing Cisco
food.
orders.
Yeah, it's Cisco orders. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right, that's fair. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're in a good place.
Yeah. I woke up early today, which was exciting.
What's early?
Like I was up at like 8.
That's nice. That's a good time.
Yeah.
I'm always proud of
It was
myself
sunny,
if I'm
though.
up at 8.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Yeah. I like when I wake up myself and I'm just awake. You know, not like an alarm is waking you up or someone is like making noise and making you up. Like when you just wake up and you're like, no, I'm good. I'm going to get up. It's my favorite.
Nothing better.
Yeah.
Do you think that has something to do with like the quality of sleep that you had? Because a lot of times you can sleep for like 8, 10, 12, 14 hours and still be exhausted.
Yeah, I think for me, I get really stressed, especially during like school season.
Yeah.
That like finally everything was done. I didn't have anything in my head. I had a good sleep and I also didn't sleep too long. Like I feel like 7-8 hours is like a good amount. If it's longer than that or less than that, it's kind of weird.
I saw something recently where it was like top earning individuals or like people who are at the head of their industry type of thing, right? That on average they'll get like 5 hours of sleep because they they must be getting their vitamins and whatever else, right?
I think too, if it's like consistent, your body just knows how to work off that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's true. I always wonder that. I'm like, because there are sometimes when I'll sleep for way too long and I'm just always exhausted.
And screens mess me up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like there's just so much light coming from a screen that I try to not look at my phone before I go to bed, especially like when I was studying. Like I was just looking at the computer screen nonstop from like the second I woke up until I went to bed, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to not look at this computer screen.
I need to get the heck away from this computer right now.
Yeah. Because then it's like computer and then it's TV and then it's phone. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I need some natural light.
Yeah. I started running to like get myself
Yeah.
out and like doing something and get away from screens. The funny thing is like for the amount of time that I spend in front of computer screens, which is like 8 hours a day for sure, just for work, I feel like I'm able to separate the work computer screen time and the like play computer screen time.
Yeah.
Well, not computer screen time, but like screen time. Which is really strange because it's like if I'm doing something that I enjoy, then I feel like I'm less triggered by the lights. You know what I mean? But then again, I also have like different colored lighting and I sit in a place where I can do like the glance over and like focus on something far away so that I'm, a little bit better.
True.
I'm just kind of making things up to make myself sound like I'm okay with myself right now. That's what is happening.
I'm actually surprised you can sit in a dark room and work.
Well, but I have lights shining at me.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe from your side it's brighter. But like me looking, I'm like, this is way too dark. I don't think I could. I'm like, I need lights on around me.
Yeah.
It like for some reason makes me think I can see the screen better. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. But.
That is supposed to help you though. You're not supposed to just have a computer screen on and be staring at that because it's too hard on your eyes to be able to focus on different
like
things.
contrast kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, I learned that like the whole blue light lenses and stuff like that, not really a thing. When I went to an optometrist and I was telling him, because I was like, yeah, my eyes are always tired and I don't really know what to do about it. And like, I have glasses that are supposed to be helping with, and he's like, you mean like blue light lenses? And I was like, yeah, exactly. And he's like, that's not a thing. He's like, the amount of light that comes off of your computer, or the amount of blue light that comes off of your computer screen is nothing compared to the amount of blue light that's coming from the sun when you're outside. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. He's like, it was literally created by like a marketing individual who wanted to sell more eyeglasses and like sell eyeglasses to people who don't need prescription glasses.
Yeah. Because like when I got mine, maybe it was just where I went, but they just added the blue light on. Like it was, I didn't pay extra for it.
Yeah.
Or it was like made into the glasses. I don't know.
Most people, well, most places charge like extra. I did anyways for mine. But I've been finding that like today, I did not wear my glasses for work because sometimes I find that they kind of do a little bit more damage than good to my ability to work. Because like then when I take my glasses off, my one eye does that weird flexy thing that like it's trying to focus on other things. So I was like, maybe I'll just like make it work for today.
Yeah. So. I kind of forgot I had glasses. I was like, why do my eyes hurt? Also, I'm like so close to the screen when I like how I went right up to the mic. That I don't realize I'm like right here looking at the screen. I'm like, oh, it's because I can't see. So I need to put my glasses on.
Yeah, because you actually have like a prescription that's supposed to be like a vision impairment type of thing.
And I like get a headache over one eye because one eye takes over for the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it the lazy eye that gets a headache, or is it the eye that's being overworked? It's the strong eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can't do all this work.
Yeah. You're being
the
ridiculous.
Other one's like, you're good, right? I don't want to do work today.
It just goes to sleep and like slides to the left.
I also notice, and maybe this has to do with like one eye is stronger than the other. I like notice when I wake up that like one eye doesn't like to open, but the other eye does. I don't know what that means. I could also be sleeping on my eye. Funny.
Oh, could be.
But like I wake up and I'm like.
I find when I'm getting tired, that one eye like closes. Just instantly like it's like I'm done, and then it closes, and then like the other one. I think it's my left one that actually
maybe that's it.
Does the instant close.
Huh.
It's like I've had enough of this. I've seen enough. Bye.
I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I've seen enough of this shit.
Yeah. I'll often say that where I'm just like not wearing my glasses. I'm like, you know what? Today I'm not going to wear my glasses because I think I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I'm sick of all of this. Goodbye. Yeah. Okay, so you're almost done school.
Almost done school?
For a month, and then you're back at it for summer school.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even get a break. I start May 1st.
Sweet. Next Monday.
But, like, it's all new that's fine. I'm not taking as many classes as I am.
Well, that's good.
Like, you know, it's easier to balance, whatever. I also don't have to go into school. Like,
you don't?
No, it's all online.
Sweet.
So this is kind of what gets me too, is like I'm traveling, and it's hard to be in class when you're like, I could just do this from somewhere else, or like, you know, just.
So. Especially lectures.
Yes, especially lectures that like don't even need to, like, okay, I can talk about this now because I'm not in class anymore. Well, I could talk about it all the time, but so
they just ball gag you in class, so you can't talk about it.
My prof would record lectures, so you'd have to watch it before the class, and then we had a quiz, and then the class was just to take up the quiz. I was like, why don't you teach the lecture during the class, and then post a video after the quiz is due, taking up the quiz?
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to go to that class because it was a waste of time.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I already know what I got on the quiz. It shows you right away. You know? Like.
Yeah. No, there's no reason.
There's no reason.
That's just lazy teaching.
I don't get it. So anyway.
Well,
I don't like when.
Hate that instructor.
I just don't like when my time's wasted.
Fair.
You know?
100% fair.
I'm going to be there. Make it worth it.
Yep.
Teach me things.
Yeah. Don't be a pain in my sides. That's all I ask. Well, that's cool. I have a fun game that we can play.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
It's kind of like thought provoking.
Ooh.
Kind of. I wanted to
My
play
brain's like, I'm out.
I wanted to play a different game. I wanted to do like it's kind of like a word association type of game where
Ooh.
you, the person tells a story and then gives you like a question with it. So it's like you're walking through a forest and then you come to like a clearing. And in the clearing, you see a cup. And then at the end of like that portion, they ask like, okay, so what was the cup made of? How big is the cup? Like that kind of thing. Because some people will think of like a trophy sized cup, or they'll think of like a shot glass or a coffee cup, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like the size of the cup and the material that it's made out of is supposed to mean something in your life.
Huh.
So it's like, I think the one that I'm thinking of specifically is like you're walking through, or you went camping, and it's like dark out, and you start hearing a sound, and so you're like, you're gonna go, and somebody that you're camping with says, "I'll go with you." Who is the person that says that they're going with you? And then, so you think of that person, and then you get to the cup, and then you pick up the cup, and whatever the cup is made out of. So the person that you were walking with, that came with you on that trip, is the most important person in your life. The cup that you picked up is, it's the level of relationship you have with that person, and depending on what material that cup is made out of is the like strength of the relationship, right? So if you pick up like a stone cup, it's like your relationship with that person is like super strong, like you're solid, right? But if
Yeah.
it's like a very fine china teacup type of thing, then your relationship is very brittle, like that type of
See, I
idea,
feel like
right?
I'd be like solo cup, because why would you bring fine china to the campground?
I mean, that's fair, but like it's also like a whimsical story that you're going to be
True,
doing,
true.
right? Like I
That was
think
kind
you,
of like, sorry.
well,
Yeah,
like I think you run into like a Cheshire cat or something like that later on.
true.
Anyways,
Oh,
go on.
interesting. My dad was telling me, because my dad likes to meditate and stuff, and he was telling me something similar. Like it was this meditation where you're like sitting in a room, and then you kind of like I don't know, have you ever used like a meditation tape?
No.
And it kind of like chimes you down. Like it'll be like ding, and you're falling into like a sleep kind of thing. It's kind of like hypnosis, but not
Oh, fun.
hypnosis. And then it's like, okay, open your eyes. You're in a chair, and you're in this room, and this is in front of you. It's like, and it's kind of the same thing. Like you have to like fill in the blanks of like what you're thinking.
And it's supposed to mean something like deeper, or is it just like taking you through the motions of
I
an
think
experience?
it's supposed to, I think it somehow like connects to something you're dealing with, or I don't know. It guides you to a certain way, but yeah, it's
Some
interesting.
form of therapy,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, like visualization therapy or something.
Okay, maybe next week what I'll do is I'll try and find something that's like that, so we can do it together.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I like it.
But for today, we're gonna do "Am I the Asshole?"
Ooh, okay.
because these are fun,
Yeah.
right? I need to move around my screens.
Ooh, should I find one?
No, I have 3.
Oh, okay.
They're just conversation topics, right?
Got it.
Okay. So the first one is, in this story, the user explains that their sister asked them to cover the cost of her expensive wedding dress. The user, who had been saving for a house, was caught off guard by the request. The sister argued that since the user was single and had a well-paying job, they should be able to afford it. The user refused, leading to family tension. They questioned if they were in the wrong for refusing to pay for the wedding dress. So if your we'll say if you were well off, okay? Not well off, but like you had a well-paying job.
Yeah.
And your sister was getting married, and you were saving for a house.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to pay for the wedding dress. Like, do you think this person is the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to say something here, okay? Your wedding should not cost other people, like, cause financial burden on other people.
Say it
You
again.
chose to get married. You chose to wear an expensive dress. You can get an $1,000 dress or a $20,000 dress. That is your choice.
Mm-hmm.
You choose where you get married. You choose how expensive the plates are. Like, that has nothing to do with other people. So, like,
Yep.
you being like, I can't afford it. Well, then choose something that's more affordable.
Yep. Or
Because
postpone the wedding.
I hate that when you like show up and you're like, I have to drop $500 on this wedding, which is also in Barcelona, which I have to pay for and also get somewhere to stay, and I have to wear this dress because this is the dress you want me to wear, and like, oh,
Like
weddings.
bridesmaid dresses,
Yes, it's expensive.
I agree. That's like, I mean, I'm not going to say who invited me, but I'm going to express emotions here. And if the person is listening to this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to make it sound worse than what the actual situation is. But this is just me overreacting. Anyways, okay, so just get on with it, Michael.
Get on with it, Michael.
So I was invited to a bachelor party, right?
Yeah.
The bachelor party was going to be a weekend of golfing and staying at an Airbnb and paying for your own like food and drinks, like obviously, right? But the Airbnb was like $700 a person.
Whew.
The like drinks and eating, I mean, we'll say probably $200 a day, and I think it's like 4 days, right? And then also golfing on top of that. So whatever course we were going to, I'm guessing it was going to be like $200 a round. I was like, there is no way that I would be able to willingly allocate $1,600 to go and hang out with people because of a bachelor party.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. But I also say this with like a very like financial, like I'm very focused on finances right now. So I'm like that's I don't have that money.
Yeah.
There's no way that I would be willing to put that on credit. Like,
Especially in this climate, you know, like no one can afford rent. No one's getting paid enough. We're never going to be able to buy a house. Like,
never.
it's too expensive.
And that's actually really funny too, because I saw another post and it was actually based off of an article. So it was a TikTok, but it's based off of an article. That millennials, because the question is, do millennials have midlife crises?
Yeah.
And the answer is no, because having a midlife crisis means that you are in a financial position to buy something or do something expensive to change the way you're living your life, whether it be buying a different car or like going and backpacking across Europe, right? But millennials, we have
Can't do that.
lived through like so many changes within the world, right?
Yeah.
We've gone through 2 recessions. We've witnessed like things like 9/11 and the war that was happening overseas, and now we're having these issues with like the housing market going through the roof, and we don't make enough money to be able to afford where we're living. And so therefore there's a midlife crisis is not a thing because we're continuously living through crisis.
Yeah.
And like, it's a joke, but at the same time, like it is actually true.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time that you were able to sit down and be comfortable with your financial situation and your life choices situation, whether it be school or like where you're working, like that kind of thing? Yeah. And if you were uncomfortable with those things, were you able to change it? Were you able to pivot and like get a new job or like that kind of thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
no, millennials never had that opportunity.
Yeah.
Which also lends to why millennials, I saw this too, it was a TikTok, I don't know if it was based off of an article, but it was an interesting point. that millennials are so attached to nostalgia because when we were younger, in the early 90s to mid 90s, I would say up until about 98, we were always told that things were going to get better, right? We witnessed technology evolving, right? We went from having a phone that was connected to the wall to being cordless to being a cell phone.
Yeah.
We went from having a computer that couldn't do anything to all of a sudden being able to go onto the internet through dial-up connection to a Ethernet connection to a wireless connection, right?
To now it's weird to not have
To not
a
be connected
device.
to the internet at all times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we were always told that things were going to get better and better and better. And we believed it, right? Again, cassettes, CDs, MP3 players. Now all of our music is just living on our phones. At any given time, we can listen to any song we want. But what happened when we were in like our teen years is that things kind of started to fall apart, right? With all of these things that were like progressing, we now started to watch like economies collapse. We started watching, and that's also why we were told like, go to school, get an education, get a job, pay everything off, right? But now we went to school, we got the education, we make the money, we can't afford anything, and now we're in debt. And that's like the huge like, and so the reason why we're obsessed with nostalgia is because it's a time when the world was still progressing and everything still had a sunrise and a sunset to it, right? It was like we had beautiful things and fun things to witness.
Yeah.
And now, like the midlife crisis thing, it's just never ending. So yeah,
We're
nostalgia takes
workaholics
us...
with no children because we can't afford it.
Exactly.
We're all diagnosed with something.
100%.
All need therapy. Yeah, and no one can afford anything too. It's like our health is declining. We can't afford to do anything about it because we're constantly like, how many people do you know that are working 60-hour work weeks to be able to afford anything?
Too
Like,
many.
We're chronically exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyways. Okay.
Like I remember when I first moved to the city, I had a bachelor apartment. And I was working so much that I don't even remember being in that bachelor apartment because I was working so much just to be able to afford it.
Yeah, I remember that. You were working
I don't remember
nonstop.
that apartment. Like, I don't remember just hanging out and vibing in that apartment because I was just...
I remember your
It was
apartment
just a
very
place
much.
to store my clothes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Remember when your dresser used to always fall over?
Yeah. And
That
my
was
dog
weird.
was home. Yeah, that's a weird thing too. So my dresser kept falling over. And like...
And it was a dress, like an IKEA dresser.
Yeah,
so
but like I
think
didn't
it's
touch
5
it
drawers
really.
tall.
So strange.
Yeah, and it always fell forward for
And
no
I was
reason.
terrified because my dog would be there and he would like sleep near it. Crazy. I was like, I'm going to come home and the dog's going to be dead under this
Stupid dresser.
Yeah.
That cost you $159 from IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So note to self, drill it into the wall.
100%. Strongly believe. But I mean, like that apartment probably had like plaster walls, so you'd be
And
drilling
ghosts.
for a while. And ghosts, yeah, plaster walls.
Definitely
and
had
ghosts.
ghosts.
Yeah, you had a great storage closet there, though.
So honestly, I look back now and I'm like, that place could be so cool.
Your storage closet could have been a bedroom.
It could fit. Yeah, it could be. It could have been a record. I really wanted to turn it into a cool recording studio.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so good. I think every apartment should have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that.
So good.
Okay,
Anyway.
next,
Nostalgia.
am I the asshole? Yeah, oh, nostalgia. Am I the asshole for taking back my tip from a rude barista? The user in this scenario went to a coffee shop and after placing their order, left a generous tip in the tip jar. The user then overheard the barista making fun of their outfit with a coworker. Feeling hurt and disrespected, the user took back their tip. The user later felt guilty about their decision and wondered if they were in the wrong for taking back the tip. is it confirmed that they were making fun of you, or did you overhear something and overreacted to somebody talking about somebody else? Is that
Yeah, okay, so that has happened before, and it's like, we're not talking about you.
yeah?
But if they were, I don't know.
I think
It's kind of tacky, I guess, but I don't know if it's like,
I think I would question and that's also a thing too, is that like I feel like everybody nowadays is super worried about like confronting
yeah,
confronting confrontation, I would say, because if you were really hurt by somebody making fun of your outfit, and it was like, we'll say like almost like a gossip type of making fun of you, and you said like, excuse me, are you talking about me? And like you can judge whether or not they were, right? If they get quiet and like really awkward about it, like obviously they weren't making or they were making fun of you. So yeah, I guess like if you were able to confirm whether or not they were talking about you, 100%, I would take it back. That's super rude. I probably wouldn't take my drink because they probably spit in it or something.
I feel like, I don't know if I would take the tip back, but I'd probably confront them and be like, I left you a generous tip because you did a really great job, and it's really hurtful, like, that you're saying all this stuff, and like, you know what I mean? Just like make them feel bad.
Yeah, I guess like putting them in the spot of like, I'm just letting you know that I gave extra money because I appreciated the work that you were putting into serving me, and you talking about me like this right in front of me really doesn't make me want to do that ever again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's more of a,
But I would be like petty AF and just be like, nuts to this.
yeah.
I would probably turn into like the crazy Karen that was just like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're the asshole.
No. I think there's better ways to deal with the situation, but I don't think they're the asshole.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't think so either.
Wow, we came to a conclusion on that one very, very quickly.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay. Last one, number 3.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for calling out my roommate for eating my expensive cheese? No.
Oh,
you're not.
no. When it comes to cheese, I don't care what the situation is.
Nope.
Don't eat my cheese.
Not at all. This user purchased an expensive cheese to enjoy on a special occasion.
Yes,
however, when they went to eat it, they discovered that their roommate had eaten nearly all of it. The user confronted their roommate about it, who downplayed the situation and claimed it was just cheese. The user was upset and demanded that the roommate replace the cheese, causing an argument. The user questioned if they were in the wrong for making a big deal out of the situation. Okay, so how expensive is this cheese?
I don't even know if it's so, well, okay, cheese is just fantastic.
Cheese is life.
I think it's just like a respect thing. Like, I don't know. What if you had a hot date coming over and you were like, I specifically got this because I didn't have time to like go do something, like,
Yeah.
you know? I think just ask.
Yeah.
There's times when we've asked each other, like, hey, can I eat the leftovers that are in the fridge still? Or like, we'll message each other being like, hey, like, feel free to have that, like, piece of steak that's still there.
Yeah.
You know, like, or, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't, yeah, like, I guess it kind of depends on like what the financial situation is. Like,
Yeah.
like, because any cheese can be expensive if it's not Whiz, and even Whiz is expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Everything's expensive. But like we'll say it's like a good chunk of like that premium cheese that comes in the saran wrap from like the butcher's block. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it's like $35 for that wedge of cheese. I don't think I would make a big deal out of you eating it. I would request you to replace it though. I'd be like, yo, that was my cheese. It was like almost $40. And you'd have been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was $40. And then I'd be like, it's all right. It's not a big deal. And then you would probably be like, I'll replace it. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, thanks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't, It
Yeah.
wouldn't become a big situation. So I guess in a way what we're saying, because the question is she the asshole for making a big deal out of the situation?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But this is my thing though, okay? There's things I will never eat in the fridge that are yours. Meat and like any kind of cheese, because I know that those are expensive, and if it's a vegetable or a piece of apple, like what, go for it.
Yeah.
Go have your nutrients and vitamins. But it's like when it comes to those things, like those are expensive and you choose specific, you know what I mean? Like you like specific cuts and you like specific cheeses and like that I don't know. We've also like had past roommates who eat stuff from the fridge, and like I feel like a lot of people have that eat things from the fridge. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah, like there are certain things that you like, I don't know. I feel like you would know if there was something in the refrigerator that was like meant for something, right? Like a special occasion something, or like a personal treat,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, because you kind of get used to what your roommate is in terms of what a treat and like what's different, what's out of the norm, right?
Yeah. We also don't know their dynamic. Like if it was us, I wouldn't freak out, like whatever. But
I hope
are
you would
these
mention it.
Yeah.
Yo, you ate my
Yeah.
cheese.
You ate my
Like,
cheese. And on that note, on December, just kidding. No, but if they're like roommates that are roommates, but they don't really talk. Like I'm thinking
Yeah.
of school,
like if
like
they're not
university.
close.
Yeah. Be like, why'd you eat my cheese?
Oh, if you don't
I'd
talk
like to know
to the
more
roommate,
about this story.
yeah. Like, can you get
A
more
little
background
worked up
information, please?
about this cheese.
Yeah, I feel like if you have a dynamic with your roommate that is outside of like just knowing their first and last name for the sake of the lease, like, yeah. But if you don't know that person that you're living with, you probably shouldn't be touching any of their things, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just, don't touch the cheese.
That's just cheese.
That's the new motto.
What was the say the last line? Is she the asshole for what? Was it confronting or like freaking out?
The user questioned if they were in the wrong for making a big deal out of the situation.
I mean, big deal. Maybe you don't have to make
For making a big
about
deal
it.
out of the
Confronting
situation,
them?
for being upset about the situation, I
No.
don't think you're the asshole.
Yeah.
For making a big deal, yeah, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah. Because you also, this is just another point, you don't want to be like one of those people that's like so attached to things. You know what I mean? Like,
What are you saying, Michaela?
no, but we share everything though. But do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, did you use my face wash? Like, oh yeah, sorry, I just used a little bit. Well, that's mine. Like, I don't want to ever be like that possessive over something. Be like, yeah, cool, whatever.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll try your face wash just to see.
Excuse me?
No, you know
it, okay.
that tube that's in the shower, that big long one?
Oh, that stuff is so good.
So good. I
So
feel
good.
like, because I'll use it probably every, I don't know, like once a month.
Yeah, that's
Right?
kind of, it's supposed to be like a once a week like kind of thing.
Yeah. And I find that it just like strips the paint right off.
Yeah, it's so
right?
good.
Like it takes
Also,
the top layer
what's
off.
really good is rubbing it in and like letting it sit for a minute is what
yeah.
I was told. Yeah,
I always,
good. Good boy.
okay. So like for washing your face, right?
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the shower, right? I shampoo, I rinse. Depending on how it feels, I might shampoo again.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll double shampoo, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll condition. While the conditioner is in my hair, that's when I wash the rest of my body. But I will put soap on my face, in my ears, and
You put soap in your ears?
Yeah, clean your ears
Interesting.
with soap.
I've never
You don't
done
clean
that.
your ears with soap?
No.
What kind of monster are you?
I don't know if that's normal for most people.
It should be. You don't clean your ears?
I've never, not with like soap.
Really?
No, I've never heard that before.
Oh.
I use Q-tips.
Yeah, no.
And like, depending on if my makeup gets like on my ears, like I'll go as far as like the like ear hole, but I don't go in my ears.
Really?
No.
See, I don't
find
know
that
which one of
strange.
us is weird for that.
I feel like there's certain holes that you just don't. Okay, that's
I
a
think
weird way of saying
I
that.
think you should wash every hole.
Well, maybe it's not your ear holes. I don't know.
No.
I guess it depends how dirty do your ears get.
Well, there's earwax.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you ever seen like people who get big pimples in their ears?
I guess, but I've
I
never
don't
really
want a
gotten any
pimple in my
pimples in my
ear.
ears, and I don't wash my ears out with soap.
Okay, I definitely wash my ears, and you can't make me feel bad about this because it's a normal
Is
thing
it
for me.
every time that you shower,
Yes.
you wash your ears?
Yes.
And you're just like this
Like
with soap.
inside, yeah.
Does water not get in your ears?
Well, yeah, but you rinse it out.
So strange.
It's
Weird.
not, though. It's
Kind of
not
is.
weird, Michaela.
Does Fernando do that?
I don't know.
I think
I've never asked
I think we
anybody.
need to get a poll of people who wash their ears.
I think so, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, do you wash your legs?
Yeah.
So you use like soap to wash your legs, or do you let the water run down you and rinse your legs with soap?
No, I'll usually go over with a loofah.
Yeah?
Just one over everything.
You'll do like a scrub of it all?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's a weird one that a lot of people don't use soap on their legs. Because
I guess because it
as they're
trickles down.
washing, it trickles down.
Yeah.
But that's not really a thing. You kind of need to like wash it. Also, wash your feet.
Yes, wash your feet.
A lot of people don't wash
yeah.
their feet because they think that it's like at the bottom of the tub, so it's getting all the soap and water. But like, no. You got to put the soap between the toes here. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta do a poll.
Yeah.
I need to figure this out. But like I need to do a poll like even outside of our audience on here. I'm going to ask like everybody I know. I'm going to throw it up on my personal Instagram. So, yeah.
So strange.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know.
Yeah. See, but I also so my face wash that I use is like an antibacterial,
Yeah.
right? So like it takes the oil off of everything. So
Oh, you're weird with oil.
I don't like I like feeling clean.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll wash my entire body with my face soap because I like the way that it makes the water bead off of me and not feel oily at the end of it.
Do you find your
Anyways,
face gets really oily during the day?
No.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. And like keep in mind, this is what I've been doing since I was like 11 years old.
Yeah. Hey, it's working.
Anyways, okay. Well, we're going to leave it at that because like I don't think I'm ready for the world to judge me for cleaning my ears.
I mean, hey, I think a good, Q-tip action.
But you're not supposed to put Q-tips in your ears.
I don't know if you're supposed to put soap in your ears.
See?
We're both putting things in
Not-
our ears. I don't know if it's supposed to be
See,
there.
I think putting Q-tips in your ears is more wrong than putting soap
Do
in your
you put
ears.
Q-tips in your ears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I'm going to come back to this next
Okay.
time and we're going to see what the deal is.
Okay.
I'm so thrown off right now. Anyways,
But
Michala
do you
Todd.
clean your eyes? No, I'm just kidding.
I did. Oh, you don't put soap in
I
your
put
eyes?
soap in my eyes.
Yeah. See, I put soap in my eyes so that way when soap gets into my eyes, it doesn't catch me off guard. Guess I'm just better than you.
I'm very interested to see now what people say. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so Michala Todd, if people are going to find you outside of this podcast, where are they going to find you nowadays?
You can find me at Michala Todd, and that's MICHALATODD. And Mike, where are they going to find you?
If you would like to find me on Instagram, TikTok, I think that's all. You can find me at M1C1515. That's Mike with a 1 as the I, because I'm so creative like that. 1515. And if you would like to find Michala Todd and Michael Jenkins on the exact same channel at the exact same time, you can find us at OK Hear Me Out. That's OKAY Hear Me Out. Mother's Day is coming.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Get ready. Don't forget about Mama Bear, okay?
When is it? Is it this weekend?
No, it's the 12th, isn't it? I thought it was May 12th. No, May 12th is my anniversary.
It's the 14th.
It's the 14th. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was close. So yeah.
Cool.
Take care, Mama.
Take care, Mama.
Start shopping for these things. Start price watching things because you're going to notice that prices are going to be going higher and lower, kind of like roses at Valentine's Day.
I don't usually do gifts for Mother's Day.
No?
No,
We're going to talk about that next week. Stop talking.
Okay.
We don't have enough content for,
don't have enough
for you to
content
just, like,
for next week. Ponder that. I'm not a terrible daughter. There's just... Anyways, you'll hear next week.
We're going to leave it at that.
All right.
Do you guys think Michala Todd is a bad daughter? I do. All right. We will catch you all next week for sure.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.